So I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the pre-match actions this year that 2K has added. It really helps with the sandbox feel, having more control, and it also helps with the immersion. If you like to watch the matches like me and my fiance do, which that brings me to the point in this video. The CPU, when pre-match actions is a little low end, if you catch my drift, like it just doesn't happen as much as I want it to. And don't get me wrong, I don't want it to happen every single time, but I ran a match, right? I even made sure it was on a big stage, WrestleMania, so there was no excuse for it not to happen. I even made sure that for the 26 run that it was a massive face and a massive heel, so there was no excuse for it not to happen. And I restarted this match 26 times. A little homage to 2K26. I ran it 26 times, and out of that 26 times, only 5 pre-match actions was triggered by the CPU. Now this is the controller in the middle. This is not in watch show. This is just in play mode. I have rival actions on to make sure that can't having it off can't cut off pre-match actions, because I already thought about that could be an issue. And out of 26 times, the CPU only ran it 5 times, which is only 19% of the time in this specific instance that the CPU triggered it. Now, I don't know if you feel the same as I do, but I feel like that's a little low. I feel like it should happen a little more. Me and my fiance noticed that, we played a 6-match card. We have a 6-match card in universe mode. For each brand, we like to watch universe mode, especially with the new broadcast camera style. It's awesome. But we like to watch universe mode, and we watched a 6-match card, right, on each show. So we've watched 12 matches in universe mode, right? Now this universe mode, our settings, we let the AI take complete control. We even got tag team formations and tag team breakups turned on. I usually always cut that off, because I don't want to spend all this time making a tag team entrance, making a tag team, like for example in my universe mode, the Hit Squad. I don't want to do all this time to make up all this lore and this attire and this entrance just for universe, just to be like, nope. Rival actions are on. We watched 12 matches, and not one time did a pre-match action happen. And even after the 26 times, I was like, okay, I'm gonna test this out again. I went to Arena Unlocked in the Ring Pass, the Triple Mania, and I ran this, and crazy enough, the very first match that ran, it did a pre-match action. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is what happens when both parties select Rush. This is what happens. And the times that I ran it 26 times, it took 11 times me restarting the match for the pre-match action to trigger one time. So it's a little wonky. I did run another match 10 times, restarted it 10 times, and the pre-match actions happened about 30% of the time. So it happened 3 out of 10 times. So 19% out of 26, 30% out of 10. So it's like a 10% difference there, but I am inclined to believe that it's more random, which is why I think 2K needs to add in a pre-match action slider. That way we can adjust just like every other thing, trading blows, chain wrestling, yada yada. I think this goes hand in hand with that. And it should be 0 to 100, So 0 could be no pre-match action ever happens. 100 every single match. They both have to select something, because I don't know if you guys noticed, one person can select, you know, draw energy and be, you know, hyping someone up or hyping the crowd up, and the other one can like rush them while they're doing that. So they can select, the CPU or you can select 2 different pre-match actions. As you can see here, Dude Love didn't pick anything. The CPU for Dude Love didn't pick a pre-match action, and RVD, the CPU for him, picked draw energy. So that's what this looks like. Obviously it looks like this if they both pick it, but I think it's kind of cool you get like this if only one of them picks it. I think that's pretty cool. And since there is no slider, and even if there was, if you want to have full control, or even like 50% control or 30% control of the pre-match actions, you can do that. And here's how. Alright, so here I'm going to show you how to have 100% control, different variations of how you can have 100% control, and how to have fun with that. So this is one variation of how you have 100% control. I'm Dominic Mysterio. I'm going to click approach. Handshake. Because we're Dom, we're going to do cheap shot, square real quick, and then before this, remember, this is so you can have pre-match actions but still watch the match. So that's why I'm always going to show you when to put it back on computer, go back, and then the match will just naturally unfold from there. So that's one variation of how you can have total control. Another way is we're going to select Rey Fenix, alright? Then we're going to restart the match, and it's going to start the match as we're selected Rey Fenix. The reason is you always want to select, when you do this next method, the person on the left first, and then go to the right person. Show you what I mean. So we'll restart. Now we're Rey Fenix. We're still going to have 100% control. We're going to click approach. And then you have to wait till Dom comes on the screen, because it only shows them when they're on the screen. So we're going to click it when Dom's on the screen. We're going to go select Dom, back up, and approach. And now
Dominic Mysterio standing in the ring, prepared to fight. Dirty Dom Mysterio out here.
We can accept or reject the chain wrestling. That's another, and then immediately go here, boom, boom, and then you can watch the match. So that's another pretty cool way that you can have full control and still watch the match. Another cool way is we're Rey Fenix again. We're going to click approach, except this time we're going to wait. We're going to do stare down. And then go to calm, and boom. Now you have full control that way without having to select the other person. Here's yet another way you can have full control. So we're Rey Fenix. We'll draw energy. As soon as it comes on to Dom, we're going to select Dom. Wait for them to do their thing. Approach. Trade them blows. Pick whatever you want.
You're not cheating. You're not trying. Yeah, well, let's see how Dom tries to cheat and weasel his way.
And then go see, I went over to Rey Fenix. You can accept or reject, and then boom. That's how you'll have full control. Just different variations of that. Now I'm going to keep the same superstars so it doesn't get confusing or none of that. But now I'm going to show you to have about 80 to 90% control. So we're Rey Fenix. We're going to draw energy. Then we're gonna select Dom or Ray. It doesn't actually really matter which one you do for this, as long as you click approach and then you immediately go to controller or comm with the controller, and now the computer will do what it wants to do. You had a little pre-match action you picked, and now the computer picks the final moment of the match. So Dom picked trading blows and the computer accepted. They both Dom's computer picked, oh no, chain wrestling, and Ray Phoenix's CPU accepted it. So that's a way you can have like a little bit of control in the beginning, but then leave it up to the computer in the end. So that's about 80 to 90% control. So we got Dom selected. One way you're going to have 50% control. We'll use that same method. Draw energy, except this time you're just going to immediately go to comm. So now this gives the computer the option if they want to do a approach after the draw energy, or if they just want to get right to the match. It gives you like half control. A little less control than the last one. Sure, we're in comm. Okay, boom. They'll do their thing, and then they'll pick what they want to do after that. Oh, wow. Dragon Lee's computer chose not to draw energy. Okay. Interesting. So now they're just going to get right back into the match. We'll test this theory again, since the CPU for Ray Phoenix chose to not draw energy. Draw energy. Go to the comm. Hopefully Ray Phoenix's computer isn't this tired this time around, and he'll draw energy also. Nope. He chose approach. And Dom. See, this is, I mean, it still gives you 50% control. So he chose approach and trade blows. Yeah, that's Ray Phoenix and Dom. If the computer picks the right thing, it'll give you about 50% control. Draw energy. Gotta wait for Dom to show up. Alright. Immediately go to comm. Hopefully the CPU picks draw energy. Ready for competition here tonight. And they did. And now, this is where it's about 80% control, 50% control, around that range. Because now they can either get right to the match or click or choose approach. And they just got right to the match. They didn't even choose. That was kind of cinema. They didn't even choose approach. So that's another cool way to do it. Now I'm gonna show you how to have about 10% control. So we're gonna be Dom. This time around we got Dom selected. And literally all you're gonna do is click approach. Then go right to comm. Boom, 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 boom. And now they'll do whatever they want to do in the approach. They got 4 options to pick from now. So it gives you about 10% control. You're just making sure a pre-match action happens. And they're picking what to do. Ray Phoenix. Approach. Wait for it to go to Dom. Approach. Or you could do something different, like draw energy or whatever. Calm, boom. Dominic Mysterio standing in the ring, prepared to fight.
This Dominic Mysterio.
Hold on. Take a look at this. Offering a hand. What's he planning to do here?
Little honorable mention here. If you pick the person on the left or the right and you click approach, you can then go to the other person and click what you want them to do, and you can actually click something different. So while he is trying to approach, Dom's just gonna rush him. Or while Ray is choosing to approach, I keep forgetting you gotta wait till the person comes on screen. Then you can choose like draw energy, and it'll look like this, what I've showed you before. You got Ray approaching and Dom's drawing energy over there in the corner. Like I said right here, you can go to the you can choose what you want to do there, or go to calm. I'll do that one more time so you can see how the free camera, so you can actually see that. So Ray Phoenix, boom, approach. I always forget you gotta wait till they come on screen. Ayo. Select Dom, boom. And now he's gonna draw energy while Ray is approaching. Now you'll kind of have to do a free camera to see this, or else it'll just zoom in on Ray and you won't really see Dom. You'll see him for a split second. You'll see what I mean. Boom. Oh no, he's doing it. Okay, he's doing it so where you can see it. All right. See, now Dom was like looking at the crowd while he was approaching. So you can have fun with it. Different little variables, and as it's doing that, then you can boom. Good. Oh, I'm already on calm. I already did it. Cool. And then now you can just watch the match regularly. They chose to trade blows. You know, so those are ways that you can instill that pre-match action happens and have about 10% control, 50% control, 90% control, or 100% control. You know, pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out my series Universe Mode for WWE. I created UFC Universe Mode in the UFC 5 game, if you're interested in that. But appreciate y'all for watching, man. I hope y'all have fun with this. Peace.